skating. What doesn't she do?
I know. So something that we have done in ISI over and over again is we internalize things. When we see a need for something that could help our clients, we learn the ins and outs, and then we make it our own. We started this simply with like a print shop. So we have our own printer so we can print all the things that we need for the field. Tax started like that, where we realized that there was a need that grew to valuations, compliance, defense, implementation, and then we saw another need with our clients and funding. For whatever reasons they need, we do help connect them with different funding resources. Some for equipment line financing, some for their cash flow, or some to actually pay for our projects and our services. We started this years ago, and what we do is we do an analysis to see what the client could qualify for, and we give them multiple options depending on what their needs are. It is something that we started just recently and is probably one of the most interesting projects that I get to work on because it is all new. And, well, it's not new, we've been working on it for years, but it is definitely some of the more different conversations than we get to have.
But I think it's important to understand that the number one problem that our clients face is managing cash flow on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. It's something that is such a foreign concept for them of how to effectively manage cash flow that when we put a project in front of them that can be anywhere from $50 to $100 to $300,000, that is past daunting to any client. It is
Especially to a 1.5 to $3 million company.
Right, and it eats it, and when they look at it and see how much of what our bill eats up of what their weekly revenue is a week, to be very blunt, it scares the shit out of them. So what the funding allows is it's that moment where their shoulders, it takes the air out of their shoulders, where they understand that this isn't an obligation, that it's everything now, and they'll be able to stomach it. And by putting the best practices in place for their business, they'll be able to cover it. It is such a huge, important part, especially from the psychology of when somebody engages to do a project, because this is a behavior change that has to happen. When we do this effectively, the client has to understand that the next business day in our 5-day business cycle, the next business day, they're coming in to do business differently than they've done every other day for the past 20 years. For some people, that is past scary.
Funding was able to do $118 million last year. A large percentage of that went to us. Other percentages went to different things. And I think one of the great things is it does change the conversation. You still have to have the value, you still have to have what the client needs, but it takes the pressure off that initial week. Also, because we have control over the CMR, which is the cash management report, we put our invoices and the funding into that. We're also helping and teaching the client how to pay for everything properly and understanding how the cash is supposed to flow. So with that, we know that we are charging the client something that they can work with.